free hanging inversions. So now we're moving into hanging without any support from the wall or a box or anything to help us get up. That doesn't mean that we don't have strategies. It doesn't have to be a jump, and definitely doesn't have to be a straight arm inversion. The strategy that most people first employ is the leg hook, where they use a leg or two legs to hook to get themselves into the inverted position, then find their tuck, and then come back out. So the leg hook is I try to get one leg up, I hook around the straps, and then the next thing to do is to get your legs inside and into a tuck. So don't try to rush to the candle. Try to get to the tuck. Keep your chin tucked here too so that you roll this way. Don't reach with your head and roll yourself out that way until you know you're ready to go there. So that's getting into our full free inversion. The higher the ring, generally speaking, the harder it will be to get to the inverted position. So the lower the rings, you might start with them right around armpit height. This is a little higher. The other thing that you can use is a jump. And the key is that I jump up, I don't jump my legs out. If you jump out, you have to start swinging. The other thing is don't pull the straps out of neutral. If I kind of load up, get some tension, and then jump, I'm going to start swinging. So I need to get right underneath the anchor points and then jump straight up and tuck. Jump, tuck, jump, tuck. Jump straight up, tuck my legs, and boom. I'll just fall into that inverted position. Remember, the inversion, once I'm inverted, is a rest point. Yes, my hands are working, but everything else is holding on. I'm not holding with a ton of tension. When we're able to get into that, whether it's with a leg hook or a jump, or get into that, the next stage for working and building strength there is that now we'll start moving back and forth between legs squeezed together, tuck and candle, tuck and candle. When you feel good there, the next is a fold and a candle. So here my legs are straight. Notice that my butt is moving offline a little bit. This is a little tougher than the tuck to candle. So fold and candle. So we'll do reps, lots of sets and lots of reps. Bracing, holding strength from the center. Legs squeeze in on both the tuck and the fold to bring core and center strength together, connect them, full core, not just abs. Then the next stage is to start doing single leg straddles on one leg and then the other. Straddle. Start from my candle, and then I'm going to reach one leg over and then the other leg. I can also bring them back together at the same time. So either one leg at a time, it's a straddle fold, and then I pull myself back together. Straddle fold on one side, back together. So single leg straddle, and you're splitting the strap. Splitting the strap and splitting the strap. When we have reps and comfort there, the next stage is to do levers and partial levers. So we're not going to work towards a full lever. That's a very, very high level gymnastic movement, but we are going to use the strength from that movement to build us to our next stage. So a partial lever will come into this tuck position. I'm going to hold that tuck and I'm going to roll out. So this is toward a front lever, and then this is toward a back lever. Notice that I'm pointing my palms. Palms are not in, I'm pointing them. My lats are active. And that lever position means that I'm working towards holding that line and then pulling back up, taking time. The longer your lever is, so the longer your body, the harder it is. The more weight you have, the harder it is. So trying to make yourself as small as possible by tucking your legs is the way to do this. The moment I start to do this as a straddle, I get a lot heavier and this gets a lot harder to hold. So tuck, but you can start to add in straddles after the tucks. Reps there, and then the next stage is we move to the meat hooks. So the meat hook starts with a two-hand. The meat hook means both legs are going to come over to one side, and then I'm going to pull back up, and then both legs come over to the other side, and then pull back up. What I'm attempting to do is to hang my body on my arm, and then pull back up. So I'm trying to put my arm across my body, and I'm trying to turn into it so that it is hang my body on the arm. The actual meat hook, once you get there and find your lines, isn't that difficult. It has a lot of hand strength, but again, it's mostly structure holding you up. So it's getting into and out of. So that's where a lot of the inner strength comes from. And then the final progression to the one arm meat hook. We can start with two hands. I get into my one arm and then release. Pull myself back up. One arm on the other side. And release. One arm meat hooks. And that's our final progression.